We are going to be taking a close look at the greatest anti-hero that DC has ever made. He's none other than Red Hood himself, aka Jason Todd. Now, I'm assuming most of you have seen the movie Batman Under the Red Hood, but if you haven't already, it's about the story on how Jason Todd became the Red Hood. Now, for today's video, we're going to be taking a close look at who was responsible for Jason Todd's villain arc. The 5 individuals who are nominated for the table are 1. The Joker, 2. Batman, 3. Ra's al Ghul, 4. The fans who voted for his death, and last but not least, we have his mother, Dr. Sheila Haywood. Now, to understand the full story, we have to start at the very beginning. But before we do that, I would like to thank the sponsors of today's video, Raid Shadow Legends, which is available on both the Google Play Store and the App Store. Raid Shadow Legends has a lot of different champion combinations, conflict tactics that you can use to take on bosses, PvP arenas, and campaign battles, all by yourself or with a group of friends. The fastest way you can level up your champion is by playing the campaign mode. You get loads of XP as well as silver and a few artifacts. Also, unlocking characters is really simple, and my favorite character from Raid Shadow Legends is Aelia. She's an arena and a faction war beast. She has the ability to strip the enemy's buff while also boosting allies. She also has amazing healing capabilities and is a really good team player. If you don't like Aelia, there are other amazing champions like Venus, Kalaya, Queen Eva, and Kyoko. And this month, Raid Shadow Legends has released 2 new events called The Awakening and the Twin Iron Fortress to make sure that the game has some new content and something new and exciting for you guys to check out. There's a brand new champion, Death Knight, who's super OP, and you can get him by logging in the game and playing for 7 days straight between now and October 27. Use the promo code DKRises to level up and max out your favorite champion. And for all the new players, by clicking the link in the description or scanning the QR code, you can get Aina, an epic champion, for free, 200k silver, 1 ancient shard, 1 energy refuel, and 1 XP boost to start off. All you have to do is download the game, and all this and more will be waiting for you. Coming in at number 5, we have Batman. Now, the reason I believe Batman played a key role in the making of the Red Hood was because, first of all, assuming you've seen the movie, you would know that Batman and Jason didn't really see eye to eye on how criminals were dealt with. Batman knew that Jason was mentally unstable to become the next Robin, but due to Nightwing being absent at the time, he saw Jason as a new project that he could try to fix and turn into something better. So he decided to take him in and train him, instead of helping him deal with the trauma that the death of his family caused. Coming in at number 4, we have Dr. Sheila Haywood. Now, most of you may not know who this is because she was never in the Batman movie, but she was Jason's biological mother, who was in charge of medical supply distribution in the Middle East. Apparently, she was alive this whole time, and the parents that Jason was mourning and who were killed were not actually his parents. Jason eventually finds out about her existence and decides to go look for her. He eventually finds her in the Middle East, and while they were catching up, Dr. Sheila Haywood tells Jason that the Joker is blackmailing her and they need to stop him. They eventually find that the Joker is staying in a warehouse, the same warehouse where Jason is eventually gonna end up dying in. It turns out that she was actually a bad person. She was apparently stealing money from the medical supply fund, and if the Joker got busted, she was gonna get busted as well. So instead of reconnecting with her son and helping stop the Joker, she decides to hand Jason over to the Joker. Coming in at number 3, we have Mr. Joker himself. Now, I don't even need to speak much on the Joker. The Joker's action really kind of speaks for itself. This man beat Jason with a crowbar for a really long time, I assume, because that man Jason was bleeding crazy, And then after beating Jason, which by the way, they never showed his mom in the movie. I don't know why they did that. That would have probably made the movie way better, but anyways. After beating Jason, he decides to set off a bomb inside the warehouse. And before Batman could get to the warehouse and save Jason, the bomb ends up blowing up and killing Jason. Now next on the list we have Ra's al Ghul. Ra's al Ghul was the one responsible for resurrecting Jason from the dead using the Lazarus Pit. Now if you don't know what the Lazarus Pit, I'm not even gonna explain what the Lazarus Pit is. You should know this. Just look it up. Anyways, the Lazarus Pit is like a pit, a pool of water, you could say. It's like a pool of water that if you dip yourself in it, you could grow younger, I guess. But it's mostly used to resurrect people. Now the reason why Ra's al Ghul decided to help Jason was because he was the one that hired the Joker to go to the Middle East. And when he found out that the Joker killed Jason, he felt guilty. And so as a way to help out, he decided to resurrect Jason without telling Batman. Out of all these characters, if I had to pick one person who I would say was the prime reason why Red Hood became who he was, I would probably have to go with the Joker, because the Joker is somehow connected to every other person on this list. He's connected to Batman, he's connected to Dr. Sheila Haywood, and he was connected to Ra's al Ghul. So technically, the Joker had the most influence on making Jason go from the Robin to Red Hood. Quick little side note. The story of how the fans were able to decide if Red Hood get to live or not is all I can explain how DC went about doing that and when it happened. That would really be helpful. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and if you enjoyed, don't forget to drop a like, a comment, and a sub. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.